Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and today in Warframe, that's right, we have the Warframe 2022 survey results. So let's take a look and find out, do people hate Warframe, or do people love Warframe? Probably love it. Okay, so Tenno, we asked for your feedback and you answered. Thank you for the constructive feedback on how we can continue to improve and develop Warframe, general thank you. The survey partnered with, 70,253 responses. Let's take a look for the Warframe 2022 survey results. How was your overall experience with Warframe in 2021? 6 were top tier positive, or 21% were top tier positive. 42% were sitting at a 5 out of 6. Kind of funny it's out of 6, but whatever. Most people didn't hate the game, no shock there. Most people sat around enjoying it to a lot or a middling amount, right? With 23% being at like a 4. Yeah, I'd probably sit in the 5 area, right? The new war kind of like was a letdown for me, but the content drops that they had for the year were actually really good. They got good fixes in, but yeah, the new war is always going to be a sour point because of how long it all took mainly, but oh well, it was still a good quest for what it was, and it had some pretty cinematics, so hey, I liked it, and I'd be at a 5 probably. How do you feel about power creep in Warframe? At this point, power creep in Warframe's weird because everything's so strong, and things that are coming out new are ridiculously strong. Like, it should try to be avoided hardcore, but looking at bows like the Natarak, you're just like, huh, that has so much crit chance and crit damage. That thing blows everything out of the water, right? So, yeah, it's just kind of crazy, but it's not ridiculously OP at the same time because this is Warframe. So many things can be ridiculously OP, so yeah, like, it should be avoided, but at the same time, Okay, which gameplay segment did you enjoy the most in the new war? Call, Teshin, or Viso? I mean, they were all pretty, like, cool. Probably Call because his was just the most interesting. Teshin's was pretty whatever because it doesn't lead to really much. Viso was like, overall, but it was very interesting. It was fun overall, but the Teshin Viso call didn't blow me out of the water, but the call one was the most fun. I think most would agree for sure. What would make social hubs and the dojo more interesting? NPC events? Yeah, for sure. More things, right? Like Star Days, that's always gets a lot of people to like sit at the event areas at the shops for the NPC. So, Player housing, that's kind of like dojos, but player housing version of it, same idea of creating. And yeah, player housing would be interesting. It'd be nice to be able to decorate a lot more outside right now of my orbiter since it is on the Drifter's camp, and you get a literal ton of new space compared to before, but you don't get a lot of new capacity space to build it out. So I know a lot of actually good builders would probably love that, like big dojo builders and whatnot, whereas I would just be like, I like to shitpost and meme around with building stuff, so okay. Ship functions, yeah, okay, makes sense. Minigames and improved performance. What would make dojo and social hubs more interesting? Improved performance. Why is that there? God, if only I didn't get bad FPS, I would love to casually chat and sit around with people. Sorry, that one's just kind of like funny. This has no relevance to this almost, but okay. Like, are people like crashing and having terrible lag and terrible performance in the general areas? I know it takes a while to load in, but yeah, okay, whatever, sure, maybe. That one, it just is weird to me. But yeah, minigame ship functions. This all makes sense as like things to add to the game so people can chill casually. I'll need to have more streams where we just like chat around, talk about Warframe stuff, and just hang out. Just Warframe and chill on like Cetus and have fashion framing. Because some days, I know, much like everyone else probably, am just completely dead on the inside and barely have the will to live. So I imagine a lot of people sometimes we just want to chill, okay? Just hang out. Making videos sometimes a lot more effort and a lot more draining than you'd think because talking and existing as a human on a camera. can be kind of a pain, but usually it's fine, right? It'd be nice to have cool social hub areas that are better than just Cetus and fashion framing to like hang out, but could just be a little bit. Anyways, how do you feel about Warframe's open worlds? Most would, I assume, like it, but it's not the most popular compared to other stuff. Like, look at all of this. People like Plains of Eidolon, it seems, the most, but yeah, open worlds for a lot of people are just a really weird spot. A lot of the bounties are pretty cool up to a certain point. Eidolons are cool, but they're only at nighttime, so they make me kind of like irrationally depressed. A lot of the bossing on Orb Valis I enjoy, and the general gist of Cambion Drift, like the area around it, some of the Necromex vaults, stuff like that I like. But, I mean, open worlds in Warframe will never be, like, perfect, because, like, how can they be perfect, right? But I think they'll always just be, like, a cool thing. They, in my mind, should add more bounties and bosses like they have on Orb Valis, because those are probably the most fun. And, like, the Plains of Eidolon. Oh my god, Eidolons. Sometimes your brain doesn't work, and you just saw that in motion. So, yeah, I'd like to see that. They're always cool, right? Especially, like, Plains of Eidolon was one of the most hype releases in Warframe, so, hey, people like them. Please rate these elements of the Warframe's open world. Racing? Oh, fuck off. Yeah, no, people hate racing. That is completely understandable. Conservation, I also dislike it, but conservation's a lot better now since the animals and creatures do spawn on Orb Valis openly, so it's been improved a bit. Mining, yeah, mining is kind of meh. It's just boring, but I don't mind it for a little bit, but it just sucks doing it for a while. It's hard to improve that, though. It just is what it is, IMO. Fishing, fishing can be a little weird, because sometimes, like, hitting the fish and the interactions just can be a little off, but overall, yeah, it's fine. Bounties, good. Like, I don't have any issues with the bounties. They make sense. Their, like, swap outs are fine. I like them. Other than, you know, nighttime bounties and the Narmer swap outs make sense, so that's fine, but nighttime Eidolons make me sad. NPCs, oh, people love them? I guess the NPCs are cool. I was thinking more open world, not like Fortuna, the hubs, yeah. No, the NPCs are cool, that makes sense. I personally don't care too much about the NPCs. I more so just look at them as the shop vendors, but yeah, no, I get it. No, NPCs are cool, so makes sense. And exploring. Of course, everyone loves chilling, looking around in the open worlds because they are pretty, and even the hubs are very pretty, so makes sense. Which Warframe without a deluxe skin would you like to see receive one? Why was this even a question if Wisp was on here? I'm sorry, but why was this even a question? Miss 4 Tenogen skins, ugh. But yeah, no, that one makes sense. Wisp people love. Gauss is also great. Sevgoth is honestly best aesthetic of Warframe. All of these make sense, IMO. All of these make sense. What new customizations do you want to see the most? Armor sets, of course. Like, people want their fashion frame, and the biggest fashion is armor. Like, makes sense. Necromech skins, okay. I didn't expect that to be so high, but looking back at it, there's only a small amount of Necromech skins, like Day of the Dead skin, amongst others. And they aren't the coolest, because I know my Necromech looks like an absolute tank because of the skin I have on him. Don't know what it's called. But there's not a ton of them, and they could look more hypey, you know? So, yeah, no, I guess I get it. Especially now that Necromechs are being more openly used everywhere else in the game slowly, so I completely understand that. Cyandanas, my personal favorite for me, Cyandanas would probably be up there because I'm a Cyandana fan, I'd say. And then weapon skins are literally the same, so I just like Cyandanas more. Weapon skins are also cool, but I feel like I see them less. I'm looking at the back of a Warframe always, you know? But hey, that's just me. Landing craft skins, yeah, I couldn't care less. And companion armor set skins also couldn't care less. So, I mean, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense on that one. Interesting, interesting. Gameplay. Ooh, how did you learn to use the mod system? Content creators. Oh shit, that's me. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, makes sense though. People go on YouTube a lot for stuff like that. Trial and error. Ah, yes. Thank you. The trial and error. That's how I learned back in the day. I still don't care too much about hardcore modding for like min-maxing 24/7. I always just go for like strong overall builds, but hey, that's me right there, guys. Woo! I'm not a huge, massive theory builder anyways. Maybe one day when I get more mods, but nah. I just like to do damage. Enough damage. Other players make sense with all of the linking of the mod systems and in chat and stuff like that. It was intuitive. Yeah, fair enough. Trial and error, it was intuitive. Like, these kind of one and the same. Warframe wiki, that is funny that it's up there in such a high amount. But yeah, no, modding wasn't really a huge strong point of the Warframe wiki IMO. Like, looking up individual mods more so, for sure. But not like building the mods and stuff. Or like modding individual weapons, so makes sense there. In-game tutorial. Yeah, lol, what? Yeah, no, get that out of there. Like, it makes sense. I agree why that's like the lowest, for sure. Does the current mod system encourage experimentation? Decent amount of people are in like the more so, yeah, for sure. Where a good amount are also in the no. Like, this is how I look at the mod system. I'd probably be in like a 4 or 5 on this, like 4.5, sure. The mod system is decent enough for experimentation if there's anything you want to do. There's just no actual like need to experiment once you have a strong enough build. If you just like running one thing, you don't like swapping things around a ton. But, yeah, so I'd probably say more so like 4. Like, encourage, meh. Have a lot of different mods that you can do silly stuff with. Yeah, that's the encouragement side. But like the actual need to fuck around a ton with modding, it's just not in there enough for Warframe. So yeah, it makes sense why a lot of people would put 4 here. And I guess I put 4, agree. Yeah, okay, 10 out of 10. Words are hard though. How do you feel about current enemy densities in mission? Yeah, I agree on this. There needs to be more, right? Most people are either it's too low to like, hey, it could be higher. The current thing about enemy density in missions is that's really the only reason why I ever care to play Steel Path. It's because there's just not enough enemies in regular Warframe half the time, especially with a party of people. And even if you're solo, the spawns just aren't great enough. So yeah, I agree. Enemy density could be better. But we'll see how that goes in the future. I think they'll make it a little better. We'll see. How important are these for a good boss fight? So definitely need telegraphed attacks. Look at that. For sure. Makes sense. All of these are going to be pretty standard. Don't get me wrong. Boss stages as well. Usually pretty normal, right? You have phase 1, 2, 3, different patterns of attacks, possibly different visuals, possibly different area. So yeah, I'd like those too. Environmental hazards. Oh yeah, those are usually fine. Like, boss does, I don't know, AoE damage that lingers. There's lightning on the little Ropalolist zip lines because they're energy, lightning, electric. Yeah. So yeah, makes sense. You know, a lot of environmental stuff. Parkour integration. Not the highest, but still pretty decent overall. I mean, yeah, a little bit of everything for sure would be good. Like, sometimes you'd want to have a straight up one whole boss stage, which would be like a little minute of parkouring, or like a timed parkour, something like that. I don't know. It depends what people like, of course. Warframe in my mind's weird, so you definitely need like Profit Taker style bossing, right? You do some stuff, do this, like, kill off enough health, different like attack cycle goes off. Doesn't necessarily need an invincibility type cycle. It just needs to swap it around a bit, but it always depends. I'm pretty shit at game dev type stuff. That's why I'd never be one. So we'll see what comes in the future. Would you like raids/trials to come back? Of course, most people would say yes, because I mean, why wouldn't they? Of course, we would love a type of dungeon raids trials again in the mission. I kind of wonder though, how much of a shit show it would be. But hey, we'll see if that happens. It would be great to get raids and trials, and at this point it's definitely confirmed that they'd love to bring them back, or at least are trying to, something like that. So yeah, it makes sense. Everyone's gonna be like, yes, of course, bring us content. Please. Bring us back content you killed. Plus, what level should raids/trials start? So this is going to be an endgame thing. So I think I would be like, yeah, straight up like Steel Path level, right? With modifiers, sure. That would make the most sense. Just because, like, if you want to make it an endgame thing, but a lot of people said sortie level. Yeah, I think that would also make sense because a lot of things unlock around when sorties come out as a sort of like a Warframe late game, end game style of thing. So any of these could kind of make sense, but I would assume you'd want it to be a higher level. Maybe you could have a lower level raid that would be like sortie level 50 to 100, something like that. And then the second one would be more so like hard mode steel path, or you could have two versions of it, right? A normal sortie version and then a hard mode steel path version, right? Easy mode, hard mode, right? That would make sense for sure. Probably make the most sense. You have dungeons, mythic dungeons, right? And WoW, stuff like that. Easy, hard, legendary, meh, do it whatever you will. Words are words. You can just have different difficulty tiers for sure. And then when should a raid fail? Players dying too often, for sure. Don't have unlimited revives. Objectives destroyed. Well, yeah, if you're doing a certain style of objective that you have to defend the point or any like excavation, we have all of these. Time running out, that would be for like a parkour segment, or if people are just taking way too damn long on a certain area, for sure. Would make sense in many cases. Insufficient weapon damage. Well, that one is always just there, right? If you can't do any fucking damage, then how can you kill the enemy? The Warframe calculations for like weapon damage are always weird to me, so I don't know how they'd properly figure something out like this, because builds in Warframe are weird and can get to a really high level of damage, so hey, who knows. And no fail state. Nah, there should always be a fail state of some sort. IMO. Just because it feels weird to be able to like just bash your head at something for like 20 hours to get it. But like you just have respawns anyways, right? So yeah, like restart that dungeon part or dungeon boss, right? You complete sections in most raids. I mean, like, yeah, no fail state sectionally would make sense, so you don't get kicked back to the very beginning of the raid, but a fail state for each like separate area or part would make sense, right? I don't know, let me know what you think. I might just be talking like a crazy person, to be fair. So what happens next? Now we have this information. Yuki's things stick out. The mod system could do with some TLC. Yeah, for sure. Players would like to see trials come back, in addition to some more challenging endgame content. None of this is new, like, info. This has been talked about for ages, of course. There are a variety of areas that we can explore for some QOL changes. Yes, we've learned nothing except things we already knew, which is fair. We all knew all this. For the most part, okay? We all had a general understanding of, like, the technical stuff. Of, like, what could be fixed up around here. Of course, it could be changed around. You never truly know what's going to happen, but we will consider these takeaways as more as we continue to build Warframe. So, yeah, that is the Warframe 2022 survey results. Thank you for being here with this video. I thought we'd just do a nice, casual, chill one today, as these are nice, casual results. So, as always, if you did like the video and if you made it this far, let me know in the comments. Secret, however long minute, 16 to 18 minute shout out. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Thank you, I do appreciate it. Just having calm times right now playing Elden Ring, not doing a ton of Warframe, not streaming a ton right now because, well, one, it's okay to stream Elden Ring, but it's a little intense on my system. Plus, like, when I stream other games other than Warframe, people generally don't watch as much, so it's not as worth my time. So for now, I'm just going to be off stream, recording a lot of Elden Ring gameplay, maybe making casual videos and commentary videos around that, as well as having like near daily Warframe videos. Maybe not every single day, it depends how I feel, how I'm making videos, how the life's going. But as always, thank you for joining me here. We should have new Warframe updates, hopefully in less than a month. You know, hopefully March we get some good Angels of the Zaramon update, but if not, oh well. Join the Discord, any socials if you'd want, and if not, yeah, fair enough. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Peace.